Today's positive thought is all about advice. The reason for that is the person who's purchasing this painting is someone who's given me some of the best advice I've ever gotten in my life, and for that, I'm forever grateful. I'm about to try to repay the favor to you. I have two thoughts when it comes to advice that I'm trying to share with you today, and the first one is this. Right now, we live in a really special time. If you compare our existence to humans 100 years ago, we can learn lifetimes of information compared to them. With just the use of the internet, you can basically become well versed in almost any subject, and that's almost a miracle, honestly, if you think about it. And so, if you're going to want to learn something, I have two things to look into before you start listening. And that's number one, is the person you're listening to have some sort of track record or history to show or prove to you that they have an understanding of the subject matter that they're trying to explain? And then number two, do you connect with that person? Now, your friend might say, ooh, I can tell that you've been struggling with this area and you should listen to this person. Now, what they are right about is maybe you are struggling in this area, or maybe you could learn in this area or grow in this area. But what they might be wrong about is the person you should listen to. And I only mean that because not everybody is going to connect with that person the same way the other person connected with that person. And there's all sorts of different people on the internet that are trying to share positive information about all the subjects that you're interested in. And so just make sure that you connect with someone on a personal level before starting to try to take a lot of information from them. Because the more you enjoy listening to them and connect with them, the easier it's going to be to take information from them and listen. Now, the second idea on advice that I want to share is this. I can say about a year or two ago, I was living in a world where unsolicited advice bothered me, and that's something that I've kind of felt like my whole life. If someone was to just abruptly give me information on subject matter, I would go, I don't know why they're just giving me this unsolicited advice. I mean, I didn't verbalize it, but internally, that's what was happening, and I'm sure externally, they could kind of see it. Now, something I have learned over time is that humans, a lot of the time, only grow through pain. And I had a lot of pain happen in a couple different areas of my life, and that pain caused growth. But the last time that I learned through pain, I had this realization that if I would have listened to advice that was given to me, solicited or not, I probably could have avoided the pain that I had experienced. So what that means is that if I just am open to advice from anyone that's trying to give it, I can possibly take tidbits of information and grow in such areas that can then avoid further pain in my life. And so unsolicited advice is actually awesome. Even if I'm not going to take it, even if it's not something I connect with, I no longer have this feeling of, I wish that somebody wouldn't say that to me, I didn't ask. That to me is a problem with yourself and not a problem with the advice being given. And so I just say, if you are a person who's thinking, I want to learn and grow, but I also don't like advice given to me if I don't ask for it, I'm trying to say I have had some really hard things happen, and I have grown from them. But I now no longer want to grow through pain as long as I can avoid it. Now, there's going to be things in my life that happen that I can't avoid outside of my control. There's nothing I can do about that. But I can say at least when someone tells me something, in reality, right now, I take it as a moment for me to learn and see something from a different perspective. And I think that that has made me grow in areas that I never knew I could grow in at a rate that I just am so happy about. And so that's why I wanted to share these two thoughts with you today. Now, as far as the painting goes, I gotta admit, I absolutely love this guy. I was only given the direction of could you use some blues and greens? And I went ahead and added this splash of red down here, which I absolutely love. I think these swirls of white are fun. I love these two marks that are kind of similar and they're a little off balanced, but they're also a little balanced. And it kind of creates a separation within the painting. And then this awesome stroke in the top right corner creates another separated state, as well as this yellow part and white part create this separation, and then the blue corners create separation, and then the red and green create separation. So there's basically this dance that ends up happening. And all in all, I think it's really fun. I think the colors are really cool, and I'm really happy about the way it turned out, and I can't wait to put on the finishing coat and frame it. With all that being said, I really appreciate you coming by, and I hope you got at least a little bit of good vibes and information from me today that could help you learn and grow. And as always, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day.